bem-vindos ao quarto Congresso Internacional de Astrologia, aqui em Gaia, no Lake Tulip. Tenho o prazer de estar com o Levine, que já não é a primeira vez que está connosco. E welcome to our fourth Conference International Portuguese. How do you feel this experience? Because it's your third time?
It's my third time, and each time I've left charged up with good energy. I love the community here, and I like conferences in general, but there's something special about this conference because it's a group where I feel like an outsider but welcome at the same time. And I feel welcome enough that I just feel like a member of the family. And it's just a really nice, and the people that I interact with are so eager and so wanting to know and learn. And it's just a really good group. I love being here. So.
For us, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you here because you put a good energy also to all of us, but especially your techniques. And talk about a little of your work. What do you speak here? What was your lecture? Mini course, you do also a mini course.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things that I really like to do is I like to stretch people's minds. For the astrologers out there, my Pluto is in my third house, and it's closely trine to my Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars in the 11th house, with a Gemini rising right in the middle of sextile to that. And many years ago, Jeff Green said, when I look at your chart, you're here with only one purpose. And I said, okay, Jeff, what is it? He says, you're here to blow people's minds, to destroy what they thought they knew.
Exactly.
And so, I do astrology on a few different levels. I love the nuts and bolts and basics of what makes astrology work and how to work with clients. And I like instilling that information because most people can do better readings in a more practical way than they know, but they don't know how to go about doing it, but they're so close they can do it. And I love working there, but I also love in the conceptual realm of moving people into thinking of things differently than they've ever thought of them before, whether it has to do with particular practices or reframing things that we think we know. Like today I dealt with some people in class who were very fearful of traveling when Mercury was retrograde, which I think is just a bunch of crap.
Exactly. I think
it's like to be fearful of traveling anytime these days makes sense, but it has nothing to do with Mercury retrograde. And people who are, afraid of an upcoming Pluto transit or whatever. And so there's a lot of fears that are built even into astrology that we then project onto our clients.
Exactly.
And so I like kind of confronting those things sometimes in a, what's the word I'm looking for? In a radical, maybe in a way without a lot of respect.
Exactly.
Just blow it up.